Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Halloween to all you guys out there. Make sure you guys are staying safe, trick or treating. Just take care of each other out there. Anyway, today's new topic, FGC Talk, is going to be about Darkstalkers. Was there actually a game in the works? We're going to be diving a little bit into that, which was revealed at the 2012 New York Comic Con. So, we're going to be talking a little bit about that. What happened during that time, what else, was going on during behind the scenes with that. So it is definitely a shame that a game like that, which is criminally underrated series, did not get a new entry in the light of day. So from time to time I play Darkstalkers myself, so I don't play it as much. So as you guys watch, if you guys been following the channel, I have posted a few videos of me playing a few Darkstalkers clips, posting on the channel. So anyways, let's get in to the point. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Was the infamous Darkstalkers Not Dead trailer actually footage of the release council project was ever shown again? So there has been very few interesting developments regarding recently what was apparently to be a modern Darkstalkers project that was once in the works. But those also just raise some more questions. A chief among them being, did we already see a canceled Darkstalkers project in motion over a decade ago? For those who may not know what's been going on with the revelations lately, let's briefly go over the information we've learned about the Capcom series over the past few weeks. Most of the details actually come from Street Fighter VI director Takayuki Nakayama, while he remained vague. All signs are pointing towards a direction in particular. Earlier this month, Nakayama revealed that he returned to Capcom over a decade ago to work on a fighting game that wasn't Street Fighter. The bat symbol he used to hint at a game being Darkstalkers known as Vampire in Japan, but the project was canceled and his team moved on to an Auto Ranger mobile game. We were also able to uncover a translate part of a Capcom secret files book that was exclusive to Japan under a limited release. It too held some unexpected details. In it, Nakayama revealed Fang's concept, which was originally created for Street Fighter, was just created for a different game that didn't come to fruition. So they retold him for Street Fighter 5, that'll be for next week's topic. I'm going to be talking about that, about Fang possibly appearing in Darkstalkers. So the director again didn't specify what title it was, but he left a hint with letters also lined up with Vampire Darkstalkers. With those hints, what we've been expecting to piece together from the other sources, it appears that a brand new Darkstalkers game was revealed at some point between 2010 and 2012. This would put the project in close proximity to Street Fighter X Tekken, Marvel 3, but before Street Fighter 5 with Nakayama and likely some others being shifted that to after Auto Ranger. So that leads us to the back of the question we posed earlier. Has that Darkstalkers game been in front of our faces the whole entire time? To answer that, we have to flash back to 2012 on now infamous day at New York Comic Con. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at that brief footage. I know, it stings. It stings. It stings bad. Some fans believe that that was the biggest lie ever told. I know, it stings. I know. All right, let's continue with the article, shall we? It famously ended with the stinger. Darkstalkers are not dead. Many fans at the time thought this was of course a teaser for potentially new Darkstalkers, with former producer Yoshinori Ono indicating that the resurrection was just the first step in bringing the franchise back at the event. But nothing really came of it, and that teaser was never officially uploaded or publicly shown again. Resurrection came out and didn't sell up to Capcom's expectations by no further announcements, so the thought was then switch to, okay, maybe it was just a teaser for what it could be. But now we pretty much know that a new Darkstalkers was being worked on right around the exact time. Was the Darkstalkers Not Dead the new game? Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think that would have been the new title. I don't think so. Well, the character models and animations are certainly high quality, and they appear to have been created by Polygon Pictures, which produced the great cinematics for Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3, and Street Fighter Tekken, and Street Fighter 5. So it seems they were hired for Darkstalkers potentially too. While that does seem convincing on the surface, that doesn't prove anything. We don't really have concrete proof either. However, all indications are pointing to the teaser not being the footage of the project itself. Instead, there are other recent reports, knowledgeable sources back up that Darkstalkers was being worked on around 2012, but development was stopped very early on and likely never made it past the concept phase. That would typically mean no assets were created beyond rough drafts at most, may have been as little as initial documents in the outlines. So that was pretty much it. Probably just everything was just written on paper. The Darkstalkers Are Not Dead teaser was seemingly connected to a new game that never came to be, though, unfortunately. That connection could be why the trailer was never publicly seen again, which is unfortunate because it would have been nice at least to see Raptor and Dimitri with the original visual fidelity instead of having to rely on attendees who recorded it from the screen. Plenty of games can very early on in the development process before the public is even made aware to them, so it's not really unusual fate to befall the Night Warriors. It's unknown why the Darkstalkers was cancelled. Kind of obvious. Wouldn't say unknown, but there's a multitude of potentially contributing factors that have led them to staying dead. There was the oversaturation with the Capcom fighters at the time between Ultra Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter Tekken, and Marvel 3, where the sales dwindled from one release to the next as the company itself started to face financial hardship. Yeah, those are the dark times of Capcom, you know. So Darkstalkers as a property just never really sold well, with no title ever managing to eclipse 1 million copies, including Resurrection and the Capcom Fighting Collection. So it may have just come down to poor timing and a need for returns that Darkstalkers was unlikely to produce. Ono stated in 2016 that he was still thriving to get a new Vampire greenlit at the studio, which obviously never came to pass. After leaving Capcom in 2020, he also lamented being unable to making the Darkstalkers comeback a reality, and hoped his juniors would eventually succeed in that mission. I think at this point, just go ahead. If you're not going to make a new Darkstalkers entry at this point, Capcom, just go ahead and move them into the Street Fighter universe. There's already Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers in a comic. There's already comic books, Udon Comics released on that. So why not? We've already seen crossover costumes from Street Fighter 5 and a little bit of Street Fighter 6 and color palettes. At this point, I say Capcom, just go ahead and bring the Night Warriors into the Street Fighter universe and let them live in harmony. I think that they should be, at this point, be used as live DLC characters. That will be the best way for the Darkstalkers characters to live on through the name of Street Fighter, and not just seeing them all the time on crossovers and not just seeing them through other costume packs, like I said earlier. So now next week I'm going to be talking about more Darkstalkers with a specific Street Fighter character that possibly might have made it to Darkstalkers, but instead he went over to Street Fighter 5. I will be covering that next week, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this whole ordeal, this whole situation. Do you guys think Darkstalkers is dead? Do you guys still hold out hope? Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you guys next week.